We're here with Fabio, the Water Buffalo Cherant, coming off a quick victory over at LFA, defeating Eric Murray via Anaconda choke in less than a minute. Man, it's got to feel good.
Yes, it does.
Okay, this guy was talking a lot of smack coming into this fight, saying that he's fought tougher competition than you, and it definitely didn't go his way. Like I said, it's a sub-minute finish. Sub-minute.
Yeah, man. Like I said, even the most prepared fighter can lose a fight in 57 seconds. You know what I mean? It's the fight game. Anything can happen. And besides the weight issue, I've been doing my thing. You know what I mean? Working a lot with my boxing coach, and making do with what I can. You know, gyms are closed. My strength and conditioning gym was closed. My other gyms were closed. I only had boxing. That's all I've been doing, boxing. And I had to sneak that in at 4 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? And finally, just recently, like, things have started to open up a little bit more, where I have the ability to train and do stuff. It was a crazy camp for me. You know what I mean? But I got it done at the end of the day, and it's up from here. You know, up from here.
Okay, and real quick, since you did mention it, I do want to very quickly touch on the weight issue. Was that just not being able to get like the proper training in and shit like that?
Proper training, proper diet. I mean, like, I'm no angel, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie about it. Like, I was not eating the way I should have been eating, but I also, at the end of the day, didn't think I was gonna be fighting close to the end of the year. This was kind of like hey, you want to fight in 4 weeks? I'm like, yeah, of course I want to fight in 4 weeks. You know what I mean? And then once I checked my weight, I'm like, oh, fuck, I got some work to do. And I had a lot going on leading up to the fight. Not a lot of people know about, you know what I mean? One of them is the week before the fight, my uncle died. The day I left to get on the plane to go to South Dakota, my uncle's funeral. So I missed my uncle's funeral. My uncle died all in the same fucking week, and it was just tough for me. You know what I mean? And on top of that, I had a lot of other stuff that I had to deal with as being a young adult. You know what I mean? And it's stressful. I had a lot of stress on me, and not for the fight. You know, it was outside of the fight. I had stress. No stress in the fight. Besides the weight issue. But man, I had fun. You know what I mean? But like, if you check my resume from my pro debut, I've never had an issue with my weight. I always weigh in with all my clothes on, you know, pre-weight check-in. I always weigh in with all my clothes, shoes on, and everything like that, and I still make weight. And this was a fluke thing, you know. It'll never happen again. And and I hope it doesn't take a lot away from my performance. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, making weight, not making weight, I would have done the same thing. You know. Granted, I don't know if it would have been 57 seconds, but, you know.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you like this, okay? During this whole COVID-19 pandemic, I think everybody as a whole just needs to, like, if somebody misses weight, there's a fucking reason. You know what I mean? You've never had issues on the scale before, just like you said. And, I mean, really, a lot of people are missing weight, and I don't take it so personally. I mean, I'm not the one stepping in the cage with you. You'd fucking kill me. Okay, that's for sure. That's fact. Okay, but I just right now, given the current climate of the world, I don't put too much into it. It's not like y'all are doing it on purpose. Yeah. And all these things happen, and you know, condolences with your uncle. That's very unfortunate. I'm sorry about that, man.
Thank you. I mean,
I don't put too much into it.
That's not how I want to look at it, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I'm a professional, and that's one of the things I should be taking care of, alongside with my training and sharpening my tools and getting better. It's a whole fight before the fight, you know, and that's something I've always tried not to. Since my pro debut, I've always tried not to make that mistake. But I'm young. I'm still new to this sport. I've only been doing this for 4.5 years. You know what I mean? I started on my 21st birthday, and I'm here now. You know, I'm still learning as I go. I make mistakes. I learn from them, and I fix it. You know, so So this was a good learning experience, and we're on to the next one. You know what I mean?
Well, you also said that you took the fight on 4 weeks' notice. You had previously competed almost exclusively for CES,
Uh-huh.
and then you get the call from LFA. So there's a lot of factors that go into it. So I'm just going to chop it up to it. It is what it is. And let's just move on and move forward. And speaking of forward, you've already competed for Dana White's Contender Series.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's the only loss on your fucking record. And the guy's already got a win in the organization.
Yeah.
Okay. So obviously the guy wasn't no fucking tomato can.
No.
Okay. The dude's good. The dude's good. He's legit. What I want to know is you've competed for CES, you competed for LFA. Are we looking at are we chasing gold, or are we going to try and cut the line and maybe get another contender shot, or maybe just get signed?
I'm chasing heads, bro. I'm chasing heads. I want to collect as many heads as I can. I have goals in the sport that I want to stick with, and I want to make happen. I'm a realist. If it can't happen, I have other shit I have planned in my life, and right now, the only thing I have planned in my life is making moves in the sport. I've got heads to collect, and right now we're making the right moves. Moving the puzzle pieces to the right spots that we need to, and whatever happens. If it's LFA, if it's CES, if it's Contender Series, short notice fight with the UFC, whatever it is, I'm gonna be ready for it. I just had an interesting chat with my manager today about opportunities that could be coming out soon. So just stay tuned, I guess. You know what I mean? We're gonna be making a lot of things happen this year, and within very soon, very soon.
Okay, and I mean, looking at your record, you compete fairly frequently. In 2018, it looks like you had 4 fights total, and then you took the opportunity on the Contender Series, and then of course, fucking COVID happened. You know what I mean? So it's not like it's not like you've been able to stay busy as far as getting bouts and being able to collect these heads. So now that things are starting to open up, are you going to continue that pace?
Um, that's my goal. Everything like COVID's still a huge problem right now, and I'm trying to make the best of what I can. And right here in New England, it's still really, really weird over here. You know what I mean? Gyms aren't fully open yet. Um, like, like there's no like saunas aren't even open. I had to get a portable sauna, which to me it doesn't feel like the same as a regular sauna. You know what I mean? And it just there's shit needs to get right over here. And but we're making do with what I can. I'm trying to do what I can with what I got.
Okay. Well, again, this is a big win, and it's another finish, right? That is something that I'm sure you pride yourself on. Is all these finishes? You've got anacondas, rear nakeds, guillotines. What is next in your, like, if you envision your next fight? How do you see that the win coming?
Man, I have the worst luck with predicting fights. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna lie to anybody. Um, Jiu-jitsu was not how I figured I was gonna win that fight. Like I worked my boxing a lot that camp. And I'm glad I got to show off my hands a little bit. And I thought I was gonna knock him out. That's what I was going for. And you know, once he shot in for the takedown, it was just like, what the fuck, you know what I mean? And like I said, I'll take whatever I can, if the submission opens up, I'm gonna go for it. If I see the knockout, I'm gonna go for it. I guess the knockout will come one day, and it is what it is. I'm not big in the predictions. Every time I make a prediction, the opposite happens. So we're just going with the flow.
Yeah, well, and you did hurt him on the feet, and that's
Yeah.
what sent him in for that takedown. I mean, he was on some chicken legs there for a
Yeah.
minute. And basically had to, or it was going to be, lights out. So again, you take what's given to you.
It was funny. It was funny because like right when the fight started off, right before the fight, when I was walking out, I had this weird thought in my head. I was just like, am I too relaxed right now? Like, what the fuck is going on with me? Because I haven't fought in a year. I haven't walked out. I haven't done any pre-fight stuff in a long time, and the walkout was like so relaxed where I was like in my head like, dude, what the hell am I like? Like, should I be this relaxed? Like, what am I doing? And then when I got in the cage, it was still like hard to find that dude, you're about to get into a fight. I was just my head was so clear. I wasn't even like, I was just my body was just I can't explain it. It was weird. The only thing I could keep on thinking about was, dude, like, why are you this relaxed? You're about to fight. And then everything switched when I came out. He kicked me in the knee, and his coach was like, "Oh, he didn't like that." And I looked at the ref. I was like, "What? That didn't even bother me." You know what I mean? Like, he kicked me in the knee. If anything, that hurt him more than it hurt me. It made a loud smack. Don't get me wrong, and it moved my leg. But like, I kind of just went with the kick, and then he teeped me. And that's when, like, if you go back and look at the fight, I shook my head. I was like, "Okay, let's go." And then after that, that's when I was like, I'm fighting, let's go, let's do this. And everything opened up.
Well, I mean, explain to me the process, because you're one of the very few professional athletes that actually gets to compete right now. So leading up to the fight, was there less media, less, obligatory type things that you guys normally do? How was all that? Maybe that like gave you some, you know what I mean?
So there wasn't. I mean, it wasn't anything different. Everything was still the same. When as soon as I signed the contract, I was getting media people to hit me up and asking me about it. And you know what it was. So my manager hit me up. I looked out about who it was, what date, and everything. I looked at a minute of film on my opponent, and I was just like, I got this. And that's no disrespect to him. He was 5-3 for a reason. He's only lost to really good dudes. And I was as soon as I watched the film, man, I was just like, man, I'm gonna put this guy away early. I'm gonna hurt him. And the whole time, I'm like, I'm gonna put this guy down with the body shot. I'm gonna break him to the body. I'm gonna hit him high. I'm gonna hurt him. The whole time, that's all I was thinking about. And even previous, like, this is the first time I've ever really gone to the body with punches or anything like that, man. It shows like how much I'm growing through my fights, And I was just like, my mindset throughout the whole fight, I was just saying I'm super relaxed. I have zero stress for this fight, Usually I've got like a little bit of stress I have to worry about, like, man, like, this kid's a fucking killer. Like, you know what I mean? He's got this weapon. Like, fuck, And this fight, I was just like, I'm gonna watch this guy, and it made a huge difference. I think that was part of the reason why I was so relaxed, because of that whole mindset throughout the 4 weeks that I was getting ready for the fight, And yeah, man, it helped a lot. Because like I said, usually sometimes I'm in my head a little bit. I try not to be in my head. I try to like keep a different image out there, but like usually, like, I mean, any fighter will tell you, man, there's always that little thought that's like, oh man, what if this guy embarrasses me in front of my friends and family? What if this guy does this? What if this that? And yeah, fuck. It was a different feeling out there this past week. It was awesome, very awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. I competed amateur, and I could tell you, I 100%. You get in your fucking head, and then you're standing against across the cage from somebody who's been training, weeks, months, even to kill you. You know what I mean? Just you. No other person in the world. Their focus has been on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you got your friends, your family, everybody in there. So I know exactly what you're talking about. Maybe not on level, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I understand. I definitely understand. So I mean, that's cool. It sounds like that self belief kind of got you into the flow, which led to just an incredible performance all around.
Yeah, for real, it did. I think past fights, I've always had that little disbelief in my head. You know what I mean? Like throwing punches, doing stuff, and like no one understands, man. I don't think people understand that I've only been doing this for such a short time. I'm still learning as at each fight, and I think this fight was a huge was a huge eye opener for people. If it wasn't, then fuck the next one. I'll show you guys what's up. But yeah, man, this fight was really like was really even for me. It was like, wow, dude, like you really just did that because I wasn't expecting to finish the fight that fast. I knew I was gonna finish. I was prepared for a dog fight. You know what I mean? And it, it like I said, it's a fight game, man. This shit's crazy, and the next one's gonna be my best one for sure. Next one's gonna be the best one.
Well, I definitely like that attitude. Now, let's shift gears here a little bit. What got you into fighting?
Um. So the story I tell people, which is part of this, it's true, but me and my brothers used to have the Walmart MMA gloves, and we would just strap those on and go to the backyard and beat the piss out of each other, and then I had the video game Undisputed 1 or 2. I forget which one it was. Forrest Griffin was on the cover. And me and my brothers used to play that all the fucking time. It had all the legends like BJ, Sean Shark, Forrest Griffin, Frankie, like all the old school guys, Anderson Silva, you know what I mean? And this was, I think, when Forrest was a champ. And yeah, man, this was like when I first piqued interest, you know what I mean? And when I turned 21, I hit like a low point in life, and I wasn't in shape. I wanted to get in shape, and the gym was just not doing it for me, you know what I mean? I'm not playing sports anymore. There's no need for me to be big. So I got invited to an MMA gym, and from there, man, everything took off, and I'm here now talking to you, bro.
Yeah, I love the what brought people in because usually it's a story like this where they saw Forrest Griffin or they'd go out to the backyard and yada yada. Because I'll tell you what got me into the UFC or MMA, sorry, was as a matter of fact Forrest Griffin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Forrest Griffin was the fucking man,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just like, one of these days I'm gonna be that guy. You know what I mean? Not as good looking as Forrest Griffin, but hey, I get by. I get by. By the way, I'll send you the picture of yesterday, so you'll see Sasquatch Jr. over here. It looks good. It looks good. But I love the stories on how they came to be, but not as much as I love the nickname story, because the water buffalo, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That is interesting. I like the nickname because I've never heard of a water buffalo in MMA.
A lot of people are weirded out
Phil.
by it. They're like, why the hell the water buffalo? You should change that. And like, um, so when I first got into it, my coach, Mike Gresh, Loco Lobo, was like, yo, what's your nickname? You ever have a nickname through sports or whatever? And I was like, yeah, I used to be called the Nigerian Nightmare, but I'm not Nigerian. And I want to be called the Panther. And you can't give yourself a nickname. So he called me the Water Buffalo, and then my other coach Ariel Sexton called me NFL preseason because of my size. And I think the Water Buffalo stuck from that point on, man. And at first I hated it because a water buffalo. I'm like, what the hell? And like, that's weird. They're vegetarian. I never knew a water buffalo is vegetarian. I'm not a vegetarian, you know. But yeah, from there it just stuck, you know, and I like it. I like it. It's grown on me, and if people don't like it, they don't like it.
Well, I like it. I think it's unique. And when somebody goes, "Well, water buffalo," you're like, did he just say the water buffalo? Like a
Yeah.
lot of people are like, "The fuck is he for real?" But I mean,
I
hey,
shortened
dude.
it. I shortened it. I just like on social media. I just say the buff or something like that. When anybody
Mhm.
like when I talk about like my nickname, I just say buff or the buff or something like that. But like I tell announcers when they announce it, the water buffalo though.
I like the full. I like it in full. The water buffalo.
Yeah,
Now just imagine when Buffy gets in there, Bruce Buffer, and says that shit.
man, that's gonna be fucking electric.
Yeah, I
Soon
like that.
come, that'll be electric, man. I can't fucking wait for that.
And
That's
then
gonna
all those haters, oh, that's a stupid nickname. Yeah, but getting called Bruce Buffer? Nope.
That's gonna bring like tears of joy to me, man. Like having Bruce Buffer, like you know how how long I've like always like pictured. Like I'm like, damn, I can't wait till that's me. And like when it finally happens, I'm gonna be like, whoa, it's happening. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I can't wait. I can't wait. It's gonna be awesome.
Well, see, I have two nicknames now. They call me Lil Snow at work because I'm white, like snow, as you can
Mhm.
see.
Yeah,
And my other nickname is the Dick. So I don't know
the
how
dick.
those would work out. Yeah, Steve the Dick. That's me.
I like the dick. That's funny. That's funny. You know, because like
I'll have
I
to
feel like
edit that out because you literally just said I like the Dick.
not like that, you know what I mean? But I think it's funny because like damn, I just set myself up. But no, like everybody have these cheesy ass fucking nicknames, you know what I mean? And like it's like, bro, like you really couldn't find a better fucking nickname, you know what I mean? Like and that's why I've the water buffalo has grown on me because it's different. Like the dick, it's funny, it's different. Not a lot of people are gonna be like, hey, it's the dick, and like they're gonna be like, what the fuck, you know, that's different. So I like that. And no homo, don't yeah, man, I like different, you know what I mean? Like even like on my interviews I always speak about me trying to be different, set like be a stand apart from the MMA community, you know what I mean? I don't want to do anything like some of these guys. I want to be different. Like shit I do is different than most of these guys, you know? And I want to keep that same image through and through. And you know, like look at some of the content I put out. You know, it's goofy. I don't care what how I look to other people. You know, as long as I like what I'm doing, I get a kick out of it. Like a lot of people could say, "Yo, you're not funny, bro." I don't give a fuck. I think I'm funny. I laugh at my
I
own
think it's
jokes.
funny.
You know what I mean? As long as I'm laughing at my own jokes, that's all I give a fuck about. You know, like if you don't like it, that's on you, bro. If you don't like what I'm doing, that's on you, bro. I'm gonna keep doing me. You know, it's one of the things I learned when I was growing up. You know, just like can't change yourself for other people's enjoyment. You know, you're gonna turn into somebody you don't like, and I don't want to be that person. Like before I made the like I moved to the suburbs where there's a bunch of white kids, and I was the only black kid at the time. You know, and I was me through and through. I never changed. And at first, kids hated me, and then once kids realized it's just me, that's who I am, they ended up liking me. And now I have kids from all over my towns that I grew up in, you know, that are hitting me up, how pumped they are to see what I'm doing, how I inspire them to do what you know. That's why I'm doing this. You know what I mean? To show kids that weren't good at sports, that didn't have any options to turn to after high school, there's always something you can do. Find something, you know what I mean? Like you just don't give up. Like there's always an answer. Like I could have easily given up multiple times, but you know, there's something inside me that just doesn't want to. Not necessarily fighting. You know, I don't think I've had that like that that thought in my head yet. You know, and I've had doubts. You know, do I belong doing this? But I think after that fight, that shit changed. and it was awesome because like throughout the year, I like I said, I hadn't fought in a year. You know, July tomorrow will be exact year for my Contender Series fight, and from there I hadn't fought in a really long time. I've had fights scheduled that didn't happen, and it was super depressing time for me because I went from fighting so frequent to not fighting at all, and it was killing me. It was really killing me, man, and it started to bring doubt in my head, like should it like am I doing the right stuff? Am I good enough? Am I this? Am I that? And once I got this fight scheduled, I was just like, this is where I figure out my answer. You know what I mean? And I got my answer. I got my answer. You know, granted, I'm gonna fight way tougher guys, but fuck, I'm not here to fight slouches. I'm here to fight dogs. I told my coach that earlier during the quarantine. I'm here to prove myself, fight dogs. Whoever I gotta fight to get to where I need to get, let's fucking do it. You know, and uh, it's gonna be a fun rest of the year.
Well, I'll tell you this much, okay? Your fight style is very exciting. Your interview style is very entertaining. The shit you put out on social media, that's fucking good stuff. Over, like I said, I think you're fine, right?
Yes.
But you're also in a division where you're starting to see guys come up, and you know, there's the age of the specialist is gone, especially at light heavyweight, right?
Uh huh.
So coming up with all of these fucking guys who don't just train in one facet and then do MMA because they, you know, couldn't cut it in their sport, or, you know, maybe they gave it a try and they liked it or whatever, you know what I mean? You're coming up with all of these well-rounded mixed martial artists, you know, and you're only 25. Like you said, you're still learning.
Yeah.
So I think you're coming up at this time is probably going to be the best time for you, given that you have like all of these things that make you great. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Different breed. There's really a different breed out there, and I'm excited to be part of this breed. You know, because I feel like back in the day, everybody was just like you just said, they're just traditionally good at like one thing. You know, and then like through each generation of fighters, there's always that one fighter that was good at everything. You know, now you see that a lot more often now. You know what I mean? And I think I could put myself in that mix where I'm not just good at one thing. I like to think of myself as an adapter. I adapt to the situation. If I have to stand and bang, I can stand and bang. If I have to go to the ground, I can adapt. I can learn what I'm doing. I can overcome. You know, make shit happen. And I still got a lot to learn. I still got a lot of work to do, and it's a learning process. Learn as I go, you know. And I've been making more work so far, and you know, we'll see what the future holds.
Well, you've definitely got the ground game on lock. Okay. And everybody knows you got power now. Everybody knows you got power now. I think right now it's just about, like you said, collecting heads and making moves.
Yep, for sure, bro, for sure.
All right. Well, I'm a fat ass and I love food. Okay. What was the victory meal? What was the victory meal?
Victory meal. I don't think I had a victory meal. I had a victory drinks. I had victory drinks, no meal. I had meal the next day. What I had steak and eggs for breakfast, which is the best combination in the world. If anybody disagrees, shut up. Um, I had for lunch, I had a chicken sandwich with some onion rings. And then I got on the plane after I had some drinks. I slept the whole way home.
Nice.
And then, yeah, that's all I ate that day. Then I had some sushi on Sunday.
Yeah. See, that right there, right there. That's good stuff.
I'm a big sushi guy. I actually had sushi before the fight. After I ate it, I was a little scared. I was like, fuck. I hope I don't get like some kind of freaking like sickness, you know what I mean? Because like
Yeah.
I've heard of that before from people eating sushi before an event or something and they get sick and I'm like, fuck. But yeah, so yeah, I didn't have anything big after the fight, but yeah, man, I
All
love
right.
food.
So what were you throwing back?
Um, so after the fight, we went to some bar, and I had a couple of margaritas, and then I had a couple of rum and cokes, and then I finished off with some random drinks that they had, these specials they had, because the drinks were like $3 a drink, and I was just like, okay, let's do this, you know?
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, I stopped drinking like the couple days after that I found out about the fight, so it was like, yeah, I'm gonna go get some drinks. You know what I mean? It's been a long time, especially like when I found out my uncle died. Man, I wanted to get pretty drunk and just forget about some stuff. You know, it was tough, but yeah, it was nice to send a couple drinks. You know what I mean? Now we're back to no more drinks and back on my diet starting tomorrow and get ready for the upcoming. You know.
Well, look, I know you and your manager have been in talks, okay? And I only see good things coming, man. Like I said, you got an exciting fighting style. You're easy to talk to. I mean, I imagine with fans right now, there is none in attendance and stuff, but I don't see anybody bad mouthing you on social media, so I'm assuming we're okay on that front as well. I can only see good things coming from, especially a win like that. You know, you had the minor issue with the weight, but you
Yep.
put a stamp on the guy, which I mean, if you're gonna miss weight, that's what you need to do is fucking squish him like a bug, and you did.
Uh-huh.
So, uh, I mean, I'm excited for your future, man. I really am excited for your future, and I want to thank you for coming on the show. Again, sorry for the mix up, but that's all on me. But we ended up getting it done, and I told you we'd have fun doing it.
Thank you. I appreciate that, bro. I really do.
Hell yeah. So I do want to give you some time. If you have any sponsors or anybody that you would like to shout out, just, hey, man, take it away.
Man, fuck. I just want to shout out my sponsors, TRF, um, um, Self Combat by Lally, Mahi Mike. God, I have a lot of sponsors, man. Just shout out to my sponsors, my teammates that helped me get ready. They know who they are, my coaches, gyms, everybody in New England that supports me. Outside of New England, if you support me, thank you. If you don't support me, thank you. Yeah, man. Um, let's get the ball rolling. All the people that are supporting me, man. We got a lot of news coming. Just stay tuned, get ready, and hop on. You know, hop on the train.
All right, baby. Well, like I said, thank you for coming on the show. This is the Water Buffalo, Fabio Cherant. Thank you for your time. And like I said, we'll look for some updates here pretty soon on what's next for the Water Buffalo. I
Thank
love
you.
saying that. The Water
Thank,
Buffalo. I
thank
love
you.
it, man. I
Appreciate it.
love it. All right, man. Well, you take it easy and we'll talk soon, okay?
All right, bro. You have a good one.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Peace.